Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel Technical Adda. Today is our second day and today we will discuss about the main fundamental units used in the mechanical engineering. Today we will discuss what is force, what is power, what is work and what is torque. Today we will discuss all these fundamental units in detail. The first question is why these basic fundamental units are required in mechanical engineering. So the first one is the force. Force decide the strength of the component. Second one is the work. Work decide the energy requirement. Third one is the power. Power decide the size of the motor. Whereas the last is the torque. So torque decide the shaft and the gearbox designs. So all these fundamental units are the base to design any machinery, any shaft used in the mechanical engineering. Now, the first one is what is force? Force is a push or pull acting on a body. As you can see here, it is a body and two forces are being applied. In first image, a push force is being applied on this body, whereas in the second image, a pull force means this human being is pulling the table. So both push and pull are the forces. Force can change the shape, direction, or the motion of the body. Unit of force is Newton. Also, force can be defined as the multiplication of mass and the acceleration. Now, we will discuss the types of the forces. Generally, there are the five types of the forces. The first one is the tensile force. Tensile force means the pulling force. If someone is pulling this, means a force is applied from here and from here. This is the pulling force, also known as the tensile force acting on a body. Second one is the compressive force. Compressive force means if someone is pushing this body, means if someone is giving a force in this direction, similarly, if someone is giving force into this direction. So the object will compress. So this is the compressive force. Third one is the shear force. The shear force means if a force is applied in the perpendicular direction of any body, means if F1 is applied from this direction and F2 is directly applied in this direction. So a shear will take place means the material will be shear from this area. So this force is called a shear force. The best example of shear force is cutting a paper using a scissor. The fourth one is the bending force means if a force is applied in this direction and it the body tends to bend means the real image of the body is this, then after applying a force then it get bent when a force is applied on this body. The last one is the torsional force. Torsional force, as you can see here, torsion force is the rotating force applied on any body, shaft, or the machinery components. I hope you have clearly understood the all type of the forces. Now, the second one is what is work? Work is done when a force causes the displacement. Means if a force is applied on this body and it got a displacement of x, means the work has been done, that is the force into displacement, means the distance is x. If there is no movement, then no work is done. If a force is applied on a body, after applying the force, if there will be no displacement, then the work done is zero. So the unit of the work is joule. Also, the formula is work is equal to force into distance. The third one is what is power? Power is the rate of doing work, means how fast the work is being done. So the unit of power is watt or kilowatt. 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. So the formula of power is equal to work upon time, means work done per unit time. In machines, power decides the capacity of the motor or the capacity of the engine. And the last one is what is torque? So torque is the turning effect of the force. It causes the rotation of the shaft and the wheel. The unit of torque is Newton meter, and the formula is torque is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Means if this is a nut, as shown here, this is a nut, and the spanner is connected or fitted to the nut. So if we applied a force into this direction, means then a torque will be applied on this bolt or the nut. So this rotating effect of the force is known as the torque. Torque is just the rotating effect of any force. The rotating effect of any force is torque. Now we will discuss what is the relation between power and the torque. So power depend on torque and the speed. Previously, we have already discussed the formula of the torque. Now we will discuss the relation between the power and the torque. We know that torque is equal to power upon angular velocity. Also, angular velocity is 2 pi n upon 60. So what comes? P is equal to 2 pi n into torque upon 60. So this is written here. So power is equal to 2 pi n into torque upon 60, where n is the speed or the RPM and T is the torque. Unit is Newton meter. So higher torque at low speed needs a heavy machinery. Now we will discuss the comparison between the torque and the power requirement by using the two examples. In first example, the power is 10 kilowatt and the RPM of the motor is 600. Whereas in the second example, power is 10 kilowatt and the RPM is 300. Means in the first case, if RPM is X and in the second case, the RPM is X by 2 means half of the first example. So we will calculate the torque of the motor. We know that torque is equal to power upon angular velocity. Also, angular velocity is equal to 2 pi n upon 60. So the torque is equal to power means 10 kilowatt, and we will convert it into watt, then remove this kilowatt and multiply with this 1000. This 60 will come in the upper side into 60. 2 pi n means 2. The value of pi is 3.14 into n. N means 600. So what will be the value of the torque? It will be somewhere around 159 Newton meter. Whereas in the second case, we know that torque is equal to power into 60 upon 2 pi n. So put the value 100 into 1000 by converting the 10 kilowatt into watt into 60 upon 2 into 3.14 into 300. So the value of the torque will somewhere come around 318.4 Newton meter. So it has been clear that if the RPM is reduced by the half, then the torque will increase just double. So the torque is inversely proportional to the speed. I hope you have clearly understood. So what is the practical importance of these fundamental unit in the machines? As we have discussed it earlier, as force decide the strength of the component, work decide energy requirement, power decide the motor size, and the torque decide the shaft and the gearbox design. Generally, what are the common mistakes by the beginners? So, generally, the beginners confuse between the force and the torque. Second one is ignoring the direction of the force. Third one is using the wrong units. And the last one is forgetting the time in the power calculation. So, your basics should be crystal clear. I hope clearly understood what is force, what is power, and what is torque. So, thanks for watching our video. Thank you.